Okay guys, we are back. Rihanna has driven all the way in. She's back here now in our warehouse. So hopefully it's not going to go wrong. But I just wanted to say, Rihanna, you have done an amazing job so far. Could have happened to anyone. You're not responsible for the internet. So this is going to be absolute fire. We're going to wait for a few minutes for everyone to join again. There was like nearly 80 or 90 people watching. So Rihanna, how's the last half an hour been?
Well, they have not been as planned, but you know, hey ho, here we are, quick in the car on our way.
Has this been the highlight or the low light of your internship?
I'm honestly not sure yet. It hasn't even sunk in.
It's going to be like, you're maybe going to need some prayer tonight.
Yeah.
Like for the trauma that's happened.
Oh wow.
So right, I'm going to leave you to it, mate,
right,
and you can get Zach in there.
Thanks, guys. Welcome back. We are back here again. Welcome to the Youth Takeover seminar. We had some technical issues, but we are back. We are ready. So let's get Zach on, and this time it is on. Here we go. We're so excited for Zach to join us. He is going to introduce himself and he's going to play a song. Zach, hey.
Hey.
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Sounds like it's working this time, which is good.
We are all working. We're back on it. Introduce yourself. Let us know who you are and what you're going to be doing today.
Yeah, so my name's Zach. I live in Watford currently. I'm on the Soul Survivor Gap Year course. And today I'm just going to lead a song for you, one that I've written with my friend who's actually filming right now. And yeah, it's about basically it's a prayer that the Holy Spirit would spread through the church and through us like a wildfire.
Love it. I'm so excited to hear it. Take it away.
Cool. Open my eyes, see you. Light up the sky, reveal your glory. Lord, awaken, call these bones to rise. Come, Holy Spirit, breathe into my life. Like a wildfire, breaking through the boundaries like a sunrise, bursting through the darkness like the flame inside. Come fill my life, rushing like wildfire. Woo! Touch my heart, let me see what it is. Come breathe within, take me to the side. Lord, awaken, Lord, awaken, for these bones to rise. Oh, come, Holy Spirit, breathe into my life. Oh, like a wildfire, breaking through the boundaries like a sunrise, bursting through the darkness like flame inside. Come fill my life, rushing like wildfire. Joy is rising, pain is stealing, the chains are breaking. It's by contagious, joy is rising, pain is stealing, the breaking. It's by contagious. feel alive, rushing like a wildfire. Oh, come feel my life, rushing like a wildfire. Woo!
Wow, Zach, what a blessing. That was incredible. Thanks so much. Loved
Thank
it.
you.
What is the title of that song?
It's called Wildfire.
Wildfire. Wow. Can we listen to it anywhere, or has it been a debut here?
Not yet. It's coming out next year, so stay tuned, and you'll see it all over my Instagram. And yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, guys, make sure you follow Zach. He is definitely one to follow. Zach, it's been so great to have you on. You are getting the love right now. People are absolutely loving it. So thanks so much for sharing your gift and your song with us. It's been amazing.
Thank you for having me.
No
Thanks
problem.
so much.
Thanks for joining. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Guys, how amazing was that? It was such a blessing. We finally got to hear it. Next up, we have got Takeover, who is going to be joining us now. You might know Takeover for last night on the DTI Takeaway. Let's get him on. And he tried the chili chocolate. So I'm really hoping that he is still with us, because he is going to be giving us a preach. He's going to give us a quick fire talk. Takeover, hey.
Hi, how you doing?
How are you doing with your with your mouth after the chili chocolate?
Last night my stomach was just on fire.
Oh no, I can imagine. Bless you. Well, Takeover, you are here. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but you are going to be sharing with us a quick talk. So what is the title of your talk you're going to give today?
I want to talk about living a Jesus-centered love. Like, I think right now it's probably one of the most important things, because in this world we're very divided, and I think the fact that our whole faith is centered around the fact that Jesus came and he died for us because he loved us, and that from that we're supposed to then go into the world and reflect that love to all the people that we meet, not because of anything that we feel, but the fact that Jesus loved us first. It talks about that in John. So I wanted to start off by saying the three things that: one, we need to change our mindsets, change our words, and three, change our actions. So in Job 31 verse 15 it says, "Did not he who made me in the womb make them? Did not the same one form us both within our mother?" I feel like that's a very important thing, because so often we think that loving a Jesus kind of love is loving the people that I like, loving the people that are in my life who support me, who value me. But what that really means is that we love everyone, because we are made fearfully and wonderfully by the same God, by the one who made the heavens and the earth. So I think that's what we put in our life, because he loved us first, so we love everyone else as well.
Wow.
And I think that if we do believe that we are all made in God's perfect image, we have to then love others because they are also made in that perfect image.
Amazing.
Also, the Bible talks about the power of the tongue. It's one of the smallest parts of the body, but it has so much power. It says that the words of the reckless pierce like swords, but the tongue of the wise bring healing. And I think so often we take our words for granted. We speak to people based off impulse, and we start talking to people based solely off what other people have said about them. We gossip and we slander one another. But the fact that the words of the wise bring healing, I love that bit, because it's telling us that we have the power to be encouraging. We can pray for healing through people. We can talk when everyone else is talking badly about someone. We can be the person in the conversation to change it and support them and love them. And finally, I wanted to talk about living a life of love through our actions, and we're called to be the human embodiment of love. So one of my favorite passages we were talking about with some friends before was the parable of the sheep and the goats, where it lists all these stuff off, where it says, "You visited me when I was in prison, you clothed me when I had no clothes, and when I was ill you looked after me," and all of this stuff. And the sheep were like, "When you were not there, we did not do that to you. But the fact is that you did this to your brother, so you did it to me." And then the goats, the inverse of that, and none of them had supported one another, not loved one another for our actions. So through that, you are like the goats of the world. You did not love your brother or your sister, so you did not love me. So I think that's the most important thing, that we love through our actions, that our actions are loving. We go out and sacrifice to one another. We act as service to one another, because that is what Jesus did. He's called the servant king, because he showed service to others. He came not to be served, but to serve. I think that's something very good. And one of my favourite worship songs for King and Country, called Fix My Eyes, the bridge of the song goes, love like I'm not scared, give when it's not fair, live life for another, take time for a brother, fight for the weak one, speak out for freedom, fight for anything bad, stand tall and above it all. And my favourite bit of that is love like I'm not scared. We shouldn't be scared to love the person who the rest of the world despises. Jesus spent his time spending time with people that the rest of the world hated. The rest, like we read about the parables where he visited tax collectors' houses. He went and met the Samaritan woman by the well. And when the rest of the world was putting a different viewpoint of people, he went against that. He was very countercultural. I think that's something we need to learn in our day-to-day lives.
So true. Oh, Taconi, that was incredible. Have you got any more to add, or?
Last thing is something, especially with social media, where we have the idea of cancel culture is very prevalent now. One of a creator I watch, Montel Fish, I watch a lot of his stuff, and he said that if most of the stuff that I've done, Jesus would have cancelled me as well. So the fact that he loves us so much that he goes against that, he focuses on who we are through him, because he came to make the sin. He came into this world so that he took all of our sins. So yeah, I'm rambling a bit now, but
Tony was amazing. You so encouraged me and really challenged me, and amazing. Thanks so much for sharing. You are getting the love. Everyone is saying Tony for president. Going to be voted in, but Tony, that was so good. Thanks so much. Pure fire right there. Boom. Love it. Thanks so much for joining us, and just for bringing that word, because wow, amazing. Thanks so much. Preacher Tony, love it.
thank you.
Nice to see you. Bye-bye. Okay, wow. Gosh, don't know how to go from that, because that was amazing. Wow, Tony, pure fire. Next up, we are going to mix up. We're going to have a worship song, and we're going to invite Genevieve to come on, and she is going to bring a song to us, which is going to be just such a blessing. So let's add her in now, which is going to be so fun. Let's hope she joins. Oh, here she is. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay, thank you. How are you doing?
Good. I'm doing okay. Now the connection was working. I'm on it. I'm doing good, thanks. I'm loving the t-shirt, by the way.
Oh,
is
thank
it
you.
the DTI one?
Yeah, it is. It's the free one. Just throwing it back, you know.
Love it. What year was that? Wow. Long time ago. Love it.
Long time.
Well, where are you tuning in from today, Genevieve?
So I'm out here in Sutton. I go to Sutton Vineyard, so have been doing that for about 3.5 years, 4 years now. Originally came from Southwest London Vineyard. So yeah, that's
love it. That is so great. Well, it's very cool. And you are going to be bringing us a worship song today. What are you going to be singing?
So I'm going to be singing, it's not an original, it's a Bethel song. I think it's quite well known. It's You Make Me Brave. So I'm singing that because I feel like that really speaks to a lot of people, you know, even to me, you know, coming out here, being brave, putting myself out there. I think a lot of people can take that and just use it and listen to it, do whatever. They can sing it themselves, sing along, whatever.
100%.
Yeah, so that's
100%. Well, let's give the love to Genevieve in the comments. And guys, I encourage you as well to maybe worship where you're at. Maybe you want to put your hands out or just take some time here just to reflect on some of the words that Tony's brought and just to relax in God's presence. So take it away, Genevieve.
Thank you. I stand before you now. The greatness of your renown. I have heard of majesty and wonder of you, King of heaven. In humility I bow as your love and wave after wave crashes over me, crashes over me. For you are for us, and you are not against us. Champion of heaven, you made a way for all to enter in. I have heard you calling my name. I have heard the song of love that you sing. Oh, so I will let you draw me out beyond the shore into your grace. Oh, your grace as your love, and wave after wave crashes over me, crashes over me. For you are for us, and you are not against us. Champion of heaven, you made a way for all to enter in. You make me brave, you make me brave. You call me out beyond the shore into the waves, and you make me brave, you make me brave. No fear can hinder now the promises you made, and you make me brave, you make me brave. You call me out beyond the shore into the waves, and you make me brave, you make me brave. No fear can hinder now the promises you made. Oh, you make me brave, you make me brave. You call me out beyond the shore into the waves, and you make me brave, you make me brave. No fear can hinder now the promises you made. And as your love, wave after wave crashes over me, crashes over me. For you are for us, and you are not against us. Champion of heaven, you made a way for all to enter in. Champion of heaven, you made a way for all to enter in.
Wow. Genevieve, that was incredible. You have such a gift. Wow, your voice is amazing. You are getting so much love in the comments. Don't know if you saw, but wow, voice of an angel. Someone's commented, and that is so true. Wow, that was such a blessing. What an amazing song to sing over us as well. So thank you so much. Is there anything you'd like to add before you go?
I just be brave. To anyone watching, be brave. Like that was scary for me, but I did it, and it feels amazing afterwards. So yeah.
Oh, amazing. Chills. Thank you so much for joining us. It was incredible. We hope to see more of you see that beautiful voice.
Thank
Lots
you.
of love. Bye-bye. We're going to get someone else on now. Here we go. We are going to invite Pete on. Let's see. He is going to bring some word to us as well. He's going to bring us a quick fire talk. Here we go. He is going to join on. Guys, this has been so amazing. Comment in the comments down below how you're finding this. But this is incredible. Wow, just to meet with so many youth around the country. Here he is. Hello.
Hello,
How are you
DTI.
doing?
I'm doing all right, thanks.
Good. Good. Tell us a bit about yourself, where you're from.
So I am from Cardiff. Been living in Cardiff about 3 years. Used to live in Britain beforehand. 16 years old. Yeah.
Wow. And how have you found DTI so far? Wasn't last night amazing?
It was incredible. Yeah. Great to be able to still meet up even though of COVID and all.
I know. Well, Pete, let us hear a little bit about your talk. Is there like a message throughout it?
So yeah, basically I want to talk about like identity and where our identity should be, and to basically put that across, I'm going to be looking at 1 Peter 2 verse 9.
Wow.
And start this off, it starts off that we are a chosen people. And you could spend like 3 weeks on just that line alone, just to know that you are chosen out of everyone. Everyone is chosen to live out what God has asked of you to be. And it carries on to say that we are a royal priesthood and a holy nation. This kind of links to the idea of that we are meant to be together. We're meant to have this community. Even though now we can't meet up and all this sort of stuff, we are still able to meet up over Zoom, over Instagram Lives, over every type of technology, that we are able to still meet up. And that's a big part of being a Christian, is the idea of we are building each other up to help each other out. And later on it says about what our purpose should be. And it says that we should declare the praises of him. So who called you out of darkness into his wonderful light. This kind of linking to the idea that the main purpose of being a Christian is the idea of sharing the gospel wherever you go. The idea of Christianity is to make sure that every household over every nation hears the gospel. That's the main idea. That's the main reason why we are on earth. That's the main purpose of our life. So you might want, even if you're not a Christian and you're on this, that you might be looking in your purpose and your identity in other people through what people are saying in school, in money, in education, and all this sort of stuff. And yes, money and education and having friends are good. Yes, I'm not saying they're not. But we shouldn't build our life on that. It said last night about how they're building our house on the sand and building our house on the rock. Yeah. It's about the sand is basically saying that that is all this stuff that, yes, that sometimes it is important to have those stuff, but it's not the main foundation of our lives. That's the same kind of linking to this verse as well, that the main reason why we are on earth is to build our foundation on God and not on those things. So I want to encourage you guys and challenge you to keep pressing into God over this DTI period and over the course of your life, just to keep pressing in. That means that maybe you have to sacrifice your time, or sacrifice stuff that when you're in conversations just saying, oh, I don't believe that. If some people are bad-mouthing people, say, yeah, we shouldn't be doing this sort of stuff. Because that's what God calls us to be. We are stepping out to change the situation. The best way to look at it is the sort of sense of, if you think of coffee, if you have a bowl of water and you add coffee to the water, it changes it. That's what Jesus should be like to your situation and to you into other people's situations. We should try and reflect God in everything we do. So that means that if you go into school back in September, or when you meet up with your friends now that we're allowed, try and sneakily spring up church. It doesn't have to be in like that sort of sense of like big and bold, being like, yeah, I'm a Christian. It doesn't have to be like that. It can be like, oh yeah, this weekend I went to a camp called DTI. I was on this live streams and we learned about this sort of stuff. It can just open up conversations. Yeah, that's what a little short one just to challenge you guys in that sense, and also encourage you if you are doing it. So yeah.
Wow, I love it. I love the coffee analogy. Love that. That is like a Mike P special. There you go. Love it. Wow, that was so good. Thanks so much for joining us, Pete. That is, well, definitely encourages me because, guys, you're like Pete said, you are chosen. You are a royal priesthood. So, oh, amazing. Thanks so much for sharing. That has encouraged so many people on here. So, thanks so much for joining us, Pete. Bye. Wow, guys. Wow, that was just incredible. Okay, so next up we have Lizzie. Lizzie is going to be sharing some worship with us. She's going to share a song that she has written. Let's join her on here now. Great, I think she is joining. Great, this has just been such an amazing time and we still have 3 more people to go. Yes, Lizzie, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. First off, your hair is looking incredible.
I know, I dyed it on Tuesday. It was
Wow.
initially bright blue and now it's like going turquoisey green, but
It
I'm loving
looks sick. It looks so good. I love it so much. Well, Lizzie, tell us a little bit about yourselves. Where are you from? What's your youth group? And how have you found it?
I'm 15 and I currently live in Derby. I used to live in Beeston, Nottingham. But I'm part of Trent Vineyard, big up Trent Vineyard. But so that's the church I go to, and yeah, that's me.
Yes, Lizzie. Wow. Well, we have heard you share a song before on our Youth Takeover live, so we are so excited for you to join us again because your songs are a blessing. So, yeah, take it away when you're ready.
Thank you. Before I sing, I wanted to say something. So, a little bit of context. When you asked me to sing, I was like, "Well, why is she picking me? I'm only 15 and I don't know what I'm doing." But then it made me think of the verse in Timothy, 1 Timothy 4:12. Don't let anyone look down on you because you're young, but set an example for believers in speech and conduct and love and in faith and purity. And I was watching a talk and it was saying that God uses our insecurities and God uses us in our brokenness and we've got to let him shine through us. And I was listening to a talk by Elevation Church where God says that we don't need to change for him and the reward for our change isn't God's love, but God's love is the resource in which we change. Wow. So I think that's what we need to think about, know that God's wanting to use us and he wants to use us all the time. So yeah, let me get my guitar.
Well, mic drop there. We've got a bit of word for you guys from Lizzie. Wow, Lizzie. Gifted in so many areas. Love it. Thanks so much. Boom, take it away.
When I'm stuck and confused, Lord, you're the one that I am looking for. Oh God, I adore. You're not that hard to find, 'cause you're right there by my side the whole time. 'Cause God, you're for me, even when I don't think you're there. Looking out for me and giving me your love, your care. And when I'm broken, you pick up all the pieces and you put me back together. So I'm ready to take a step for you to use me for the better. I know I'm not perfect, and I know I'm far from it, but I know that I will grow. And my main purpose and my main goal is to show your love to the whole wide world. They need to know that you're in control. And God, you're for them, even when they don't think you're there. Looking out for them, giving them all of your care. And when they're broken, you pick up all the pieces and you put them back together. So they are ready to take a step before you to use them for the better. And we are your children. We're here for a reason, to our hearts, souls, and minds, and to the peace to be joyful and kind. And we have a purpose, and that love you gave to us, we don't worry. There's no hurry. 'Cause God, you're for us, even when we don't think you're there. Looking out for us, giving us all of your care. And when we're broken, you pick up all the pieces and you put us back together. We all take a step before you to use us for the best.
Beautiful. Oh, wow, Lizzie. Tell us,
Thank
when
you.
did you write that song?
I actually wrote that song after you asked me to sing, because I was like, I thought, let me just sing something that I've sang before, or a song that I know that people will like, because it's the easy option. But I felt like God was saying, no, like they need to know that I want to you, and no matter what's going on with them. So yeah.
Oh, Lizzie, incredible, incredible. You have such a gift of songwriting and just, yeah, worshipping. Thank you for being so authentic. It's just incredible. Thanks so much. Wow, you are getting so much of the love. Everybody is absolutely loving this. And just someone asked, I think earlier, I saw a comment of, what is the song titled? What have you called the song?
It's called Us for the Better, so that's what it's called.
Users for the better. Well, guys, if that's not a preach in itself, absolutely love it. Thanks so much, Lizzie, for joining us.
Thank you for
Have
having
a good rest of the day and enjoy DTI tonight.
I will. Bye.
Bye-bye. Wow, guys, this has just blown me away. Next up, we have Temi. She is going to join us. Here she is. We're going to add her on right now, and she is going to be giving us some encouragement, some words of wisdom, straight fire talk. So it's going to be so great to have her on. And then we're going to be joined by Aidan, all the way up in Falkirk Youth. Love technology, how it can draw us all together. And yeah, he's going to be sharing some songs. Temi, hey.
Hi. Hi.
Hello, how are you doing? Oh, I'm not sure if you're... Hello, I think your Wi-Fi. Are you there? Oh, hello. Can you not hear me? No worries. Try if you move to a better part of the house, but then you won't. Okay, great. Temi, take it away. Tell us your name and where you're from, and then go ahead. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm Temi. I'm 17, and I go to the Vineyard Church, St Albans. I live just outside St Albans. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about my favourite Bible story, which is Esther. And basically, I just love this story because when I was little, my parents always used to read me, you know, them like cartoon Bible stories, like every night before bed. And Esther was always my favourite because she was a girl and she became the queen and she saved all her people because she was really brave. And even looking back at the story now, like there's a lot of things that are quite encouraging about it. How she risked her life to save everyone just to achieve God's plan, because the Jews were in danger at the time, and like Esther was really brave because she was a Jew herself, but she hadn't told anyone that she was, and she could have been killed, but she just had faith and trust in God that he won't give us more than we can handle, and like he'll always protect us and he's always in control. It kind of links to my favorite Bible quote, which is Philippians 4:13, which says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I feel like this links to the story because like Esther had confidence in God when going to visit the king and ask him to protect the Jews, because she knew that God would be with her and she wouldn't be alone. And that's kind of why I personally love the quote, because when I'm like worried or stressed out about anything, I can be like, do you know what, just chill out. God's got you, God's with you. Like you don't have to be alone. And even before Esther became queen, she was actually an unknown orphan. And I feel like that's quite important because it shows that God can use anyone to do great things. Like, he doesn't care about your background. He doesn't care about what you've done before, where you've been. He cares about you and he loves you, and he has a plan and purpose for your life. Even though it might be quite confusing and we might not really understand what the plan is, like, he's got our best interest at heart. And that God puts us in certain situations for a reason, and we just need to be able to take advantage of those opportunities and just trust in him. Like, and I feel like this story is kind of relevant today, that we need to be able to speak out against injustice. If people are being treated unfairly because of their race, their religion, whatever, then like, it's really important that we're not silent. We don't just ignore it. Yeah. Like, even if you feel like you're not that important a person, or you can't make that big of an impact, like, you're important to God, and he's working behind the scenes. And I just love the story. So yeah.
Wow, Temi, smashing it. Everyone is loving it. Wow, it is such a good story. And guys, if you have not read it before, I would so encourage you to read it. It's not that long. And incredible story. Well, Temi, is there anything else you would like to add?
No, just for everyone watching, like, don't worry about anything. Like, God's with you through it all, even though it might not seem like it. And just trust in him. He's got you.
Oh, well, it's been such a privilege to have you on. Thanks so much for sharing your talk with us on All About Esther. Esther is such a good story. So thanks so much for sharing. Enjoy DTI this evening. Thanks for joining.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye. Oh, wow, guys. So good. Love the story of Esther. Thanks so much, Temi. Right, we are now going to invite our last person on. Aidan is going to join us all the way from Falkirk in Scotland, and he is going to bring us a song that he has written, which is going to be so great. I've heard great things and very excited. Here he is. Aidan, hey.
Hey.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, thanks. How are you?
Good. I'm good, thank you. I'm doing well. I'm very excited to hear your song. Tell us a bit about it.
So it's a song called Be Still that I wrote with my dad, kind of at the start of this year. So we've been singing it in our church, and it's just been great to sing this song in church. It's just a song that kind of reminds us to be still before God, settle our hearts before him, and trust in the things that he says.
Wow.
So yeah. Thanks for having me on.
No problem. Take it away. I'm very excited.
Be still, oh my heart, be still, oh dreams are. Be still, oh my heart, be still, when the battle comes. Be still, he's God. Trust in his love. I'm holding on to everything you said. I'm standing on your promises. You're my hope. You promised you'll never leave my side. Your love is something you'll never hide. You're my hope. Be still, your dreams are. Be still, be still, my heart, be still, when the battle comes. Be still, know he's God. Trust in his love. I'm holding on to everything you said. I'm standing on your promises. All my hope is you. You promised you won't ever leave my side. Your love is something you never hide. All my hope is praise is the weapon, my shield in the fight. The rising song of freedom that sees me through the night. When the darkness arrives to overcome the light, I'll sing louder and louder, sing Jesus in reply. Praise is the weapon, my shield in the fight. The rising song of freedom that sees me through the night. When the darkness arrives to overcome the light, I'll sing louder and louder, sing Jesus in reply. Yeah, I'll sing louder and louder, sing Jesus in reply. I'm holding on to the thing you said. I'm standing on your promises. All my hope is you promise you will never leave my side. Your love is something you never hide. All my hope is
Wow. That was incredible. Thanks so much, Aidan. We actually have Andrew in the back. He's been listening along silently. He's been loving it. That was incredible. Wow. What a privilege to hear it. Can we find that anywhere? Is that on YouTube at all that we can?
Yeah, we've got a version of it on our YouTube channel at Pocket Vineyard Church, and that we recorded right just before lockdown started. So yeah, it's there.
Wow. Well, I feel that song is so apt for this time. So incredible to remind ourselves to be still. So yeah, guys, I encourage you to check that out because I will definitely be listening to that. Thanks so much, Aidan. That was
Thanks so much. Thank you, Rihanna.
Such a gift. So lovely to hear from you. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Wow, what an amazing time it has been, guys. I know we have overrun, super sorry. But next up, we have the Open Doors Seminar, which is literally going to start in 1 minute time at 2:10. So make sure that you run for that because that would be incredible. Open Doors, they work all around the world with the persecuted church, and they're definitely not one to miss. So I encourage you to watch that. And thanks for tuning in. It's been so great. So guys, enjoy tonight, enjoy the rest of the seminars. Big love. Bye-bye.